What's going on? We are live.
What's up? What's up? Happy Monday. Yes, we are back live with our weekly interview series. We are super excited about tonight's guest. Man, you definitely want to hop in here. We're going to have so many gems on tonight's episode.
Yeah, so we're gonna wait for some people to join on here. Again, I'm super excited, man. When I tell y'all, man, me and my bro go way back. You know what I'm saying? To when we were, you could say we were tykes, right? We teenagers. We thought we was grown anyway, but it's just amazing to see not only his journey, and just to be here today in 2020 talking about it. We know each other's background, and that's to say how far we've come from the neighborhood we've come, and man, this one is special. This one is real special for me. So I hope we got some people from the land that's on this episode, tuned in to see my brother. And man, so real quick, man, I'm Byron.
Yes, and I'm Sharnice, and we are the Mobile Home Elite Investors. So yeah, like Byron said, we're super excited because our guest tonight, this is one of Byron's childhood friends. So he's from Chicago, of course. So definitely, it's nothing like that home feeling. And you definitely gonna get that on this episode. But man, tonight's guest has been really killing it. If you saw the flyer, he had a $40,000 month. Okay. Listen, $40,000 in a month from mobile home investing. So for those of you thinking that is not possible, we're going to talk about the possibility on tonight's episode. And of course, he gonna definitely get into, what that deal was about and how he acquired that $40,000.
Yes. So let's warm this room up, right? Where we checking in from, right? I see what's going on, Gabe. Man, I love it, man.
Gabe, what's up, family? Gabe been on here from the first one. That's what's up. I love it.
My brother Gabe. We got. Oh, hey, Shanetta, how you feeling?
Hey, Queen, how you doing?
We got. Oh man, hey, listen, Virgie always with the support. Yes, Illinois in the house. Stevie J, what's going on, brother?
How you feeling? Stevie J?
Oh man, the Nelsons, what's going on? Justin Nelsons, how you feeling? Devon and Janisha from AZ. Where else y'all checking in from? Hey, Kendra.
Tampa. That's what's up. Keep letting us know where you're checking in from.
Okay, we got Forest Park in there. Hey, Denise. King K, blessings to you. David, what's up? We got Pittsburgh in the house. ATL, what's up, Whitney? How you feeling? H-Town. Oh man, y'all we in here deep. I love it. Man, super excited for this one. It's about that time, man. We gotta bring, like I said, this one I gotta definitely shout my boy out, man. When I tell y'all.
Atlanta.
AJ, what's up, Queen?
What's up, ATL?
Listen, after this, y'all make sure y'all go back and watch AJ's episode
from last week, because this was definitely dropping so many gems.
And man, y'all in for a good one. Sade, what's up? Yoni, what's up? We got Devora. Hello. Hit that like button, like my man Stevie said. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Go ahead and smash that for us, so that way they can definitely, YouTube can show us some love. We got Brooklyn in the house. What's up, Rachel? So yes, we are. What's up, April?
What's good?
So we definitely got a power package. So again, listen, when I tell y'all, first of all, share this live with at least 2 to 3 people, right? We got to get this boy up to 100. Because again, when I tell y'all this one's special, Phil has been rocking with me again since I was a sophomore. Phil was a junior in high school, right? We knew each other. We've known each other's similar friends before that, from when I was 13. He was 14. When we started mobile home investing, right? I'm gonna put this in perspective for y'all. Phil was the first and only one to say, "Yo, bro, I hear what you're doing. Yo, I'm definitely gonna tap in." And he tapped in and took this boy to a whole nother level. So without further ado, let me bring my guest on. Make sure y'all go in the comments. I want y'all to put "Go Phil" in them comments. Get my boy, man. Make sure you give him a warm welcome, man. Phil, what's up, baby? How you feeling, man?
What's up, man? What's going on? I appreciate it. Y'all sure know how to make somebody feel good, man.
You already know, Brody. Man, like I said, this one's special, man, because
No doubt.
The other ones is always dope because we get to tap in with people all across the country. Again, like I said, where me and you come from, man, it's one of those where it's dope to see where we are today, man, and the history, and to see what we've been able to do. To see you bless so many people with affordable housing, bro, is crazy. Hey, they go crazy. So
first, man, I just want to thank you guys. You know what I mean, for putting this out there to the culture, because this, everybody who in this kind of understands this is a niche that we overlooked. You know what I mean? You guys definitely put it to our attention and brought it to the forefront. So salute. That's
you already know, my guy. You already know, man. But hey,
they appreciate you. So yeah. Let's go ahead and get started, Phil. So for those, of course, we know you, but we got a whole audience out there. Tell the people who Phil is. What's your location? What's your background? Like, tell us about Phil.
All right. So, I mean, like my man Byron said, we come up from high school, man. Me and Byron always clicked, what was it, Spanish class, something like that.
Spanish class.
Clicked, man. And, it was, it was that. And I coming from Chicago, well, I was born in Chicago. I moved to the suburbs young. Still got family in Chicago to this day. From the west side, west side in the house, what I'm saying? But then I went to the suburbs, and that's a whole nother life. It's definitely a difference. So, and I went to college, graduated at DeVry, and I was in corporate America for a minute. But I think everybody kind of, once you get into corporate America, you're missing something. You know what I mean? And it's all about having that freedom, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was for me. So that's what made me get into investing. So I left corporate, went to education. I'm actually a football coach. I coach for Hillcrest High School. Make sure got to plug the high school. I got to do it for the kids. And I'm also, I used to be a teacher. I still am a teacher. I'm a teacher. I'll always be a teacher. So a teacher at heart. But and that was my day job. When me and you got together, Byron. I just, man, I think I seen a post or something you put on Facebook, and I mean, right away, it hit me. Actually, it was the queen right here.
Yeah.
Yo saying, we say these like my little boxes of money.
Oh yeah, my little boxes that spit out so much cash. Yeah.
And I don't know about y'all, but somebody say the word money, I get to listening with both ears, and it was just a blessing that it was you, you know what I mean? So I was real comfortable with you, and the rest is history.
Man, that's super dope, man. So again, I love it because we're gonna get into it, but like Phil said, hey, football coach, right? Teacher. So you had a lot on your plate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Responsibility.
Yeah, man. I think for me, what made my journey unique, you know what I mean, was I was a young father. I had my daughter when I was 18 years old, so I had to get out in the workforce. I had to provide for somebody right away. You know what I'm saying? But I still went to college. I still worked the job. I still was able to help out my community and kind of be that pillar and coach football and kind of gather youth like that. So I always had that passion. And it was just a blessing that I was able to even be a teacher, going switch from the corporate America to education. And that actually freed up a lot of my time with the schedule because, working at corporate life, man, that thing 9 to 9. I don't care how you know what I mean? So that kind of killed the whole Monday through Friday day. And you know how you get in that mindset where you just keep doing things for other people and you forget about yourself and your goals and things you want to accomplish. So I just, you got to kind of break that cycle. But I was blessed. I was fortunate. I got some good people around me. You being one of my mentors. That was good. I'm sorry, y'all. Shanice too. I'm telling you, man. You just don't know, man. Byron. Byron, my guy, but I really listen to you. Like, all right, she knows. She talks. She the person.
Plug me, Phil. Plug me. No, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Man, you are cool. Man, I love it, man. And I love it, man. Because again, we talk about origins, but like Phil, to watch Phil's growth. He talked about going back and just being part of the community. Like, man, him and some other our buddies, man, they've been able to turn our high school's football program completely around, and to see that, it really gave our, our neighborhood, it really gave us a real sense of pride. It was buzzing, everybody was talking about the football team and the impact. So when I tell y'all, don't take it lightly, because the football is real. The commitment is real.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. Byron, man, I try to get some stuff done, get some information from you, try to get a meeting till you get to a seminar, webinar, or something. And I'm like, man, I got football, I got this, but I'm gonna make it work, man. I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it happen.
Right.
I kept telling him, like, hey, Phil, whenever, I'm like, nah, I said I'm gonna do it. And
Right.
It's just about being consistent and kind of knowing what you want and working for it,
Man, that's 100, man. So, we talked a little bit, but so I know we tell them how you got introduced to mobile home investing, because you talked about a little bit about how you saw the post, and things like that. But like, what really got you into mobile home investing?
So, I mean, to be honest, like I said, I saw the post, I saw your post, and I reached out to you, and I think the fact that, but a little bit before that, I actually had some experience in brick and mortar real estate.
Mm-hmm.
I had already flipped the deal, in the group project, and so I learned a lot about what actually goes into getting deals done in real estate.
Mm-hmm.
You read this or you see this, and it's just basically, when you buy, flip, fix it, sell it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's that simple, but it's not necessarily that easy.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I learned a lot from that. I actually wound up breaking even on that deal. So at the time, I was upset about it.
Right.
Right. All the information and education and knowledge I got, and even connections I got from it turned out being a plus. And then now looking back, I mean, everybody know you break even on the deal. You kind of that's the win.
Right. Woo.
As much stuff as that. So with understanding that aspect of real estate, having that experience, and then being introduced to this sector of the mobile homes, it was just like I could take this part from here and put it in this and make it work for me. You know what I mean? And you put the blueprint out there for me, bro. You know what I mean? You put me on even having that mindset to even think about that sector of real estate. So, and I just took what I knew from my previous experience and just kind of made it work, man.
Right. That's what, man.
Yeah, I love that. So Phil, let's get to what the people want to hear. They want to hear about this $40,000 a month. Okay, so walk us through that month. Kind of tell us how you acquired the homes. Like, did you do any rehab, and then how did you end up to that $40,000 profit?
Okay, so this was probably about my third deal at the time. So I thought I knew, what it is there is to know, but you got to know. The longer you do this, you're gonna learn something that you didn't know. Mm-hmm. So I know I was talking to you, but I don't know if you remember. But I kept saying, "Hey, man, I want to try this park out. It's this park out there. It was out in Birmingham. I want to try this park out. I want to get out there." And he was like, "Man, go for it." And I had went out there, talked to the park manager, and once I talked to the park manager, she actually told me they didn't do investors. Mm-hmm. So I had to refer back to you guys. It's more than one way to skin a cat. So I just kind of came back and said, well, what if I wanted to buy something? Mm-hmm. Hey here, and then she gave me a listing, and then one of the listing I seen something that was like maybe $15K. But that was the cheapest of the sales list. But that was still way out of my price range, because I'm still thinking $5K, coming in that way. And so after that, it's just so happened to be the regional manager walking through, going to the bathroom. Mm-hmm. And I spoke to him. I said, "Good morning." He said, "Good morning. How can I help you?" And I was like, "Well, I'm looking for some He's like, well, you looking for a house, a mobile home here? I said, I am actually interested. He said, I'll tell you what, I got a new listing now. There's some fixer-uppers. How you feel about those? I said, well, I'll tell you what, if you could show me that list, maybe we can sit down and have a conversation. So in the midst of having that conversation, he showed me the fixer-uppers, and he brought me in his office. And once I got in his office, I could tell this guy was about business. Right. No offense to any park manager or anything like that, but those offices are kind of like in and out offices. This guy had deer heads, ear claws and all that good stuff. And he spent a lot of time in here, so I'm like, okay, he's probably somebody I kind of want to know.
Right.
When he showed me the listing, that's when I kind of spilled the beans, and I explained to him. I said, let me tell you something, Kevin. His name's Kevin. I said, I'm Phil Burkett. I'm a mobile home investor. And the look he gave for that 1 second, I'm like, I might have kind of X'd myself out. He's like, oh, it's funny because one of our investors out in Indiana, we just had some issues with it. So come on. So he got up and closed the door. So that's what I is. But basically, from that listing, he kind of told me that everything on the listing was at least $2,000 to $3,000 cheaper with me being an investor. And that's when I kind of knew I was on to something. So with this particular deal, I went for the gusto. I was on looking for double wides. I had a whole list, Right. Director. So I'm like, executive. So I'm like, all right. So I get the double wide. I pick out the double wide, and he actually told me. He said, "Yeah, this is probably your best bet." He said, "It needs a little work, but it's nothing serious." He said, "You can kind of dust it off, so to speak, and kind of put it back out there and make you a nice profit." Mm-hmm. And his main thing was, "Am I gonna pay my lot rent?" Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He's like, that was the problem with the previous investor. He's like, what happens is things slow down, or they don't go as planned. And these investors just think, they can just house here for free, basically.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He was understanding. He was just like, I understand things happen, things like that, but I just want to, if something happens, the biggest key is to communicate. Mm-hmm. Hey, I got a down month, or hey, this, he's like, so we can work it out. Don't just ghost me, or don't just not pay it. Those type of issues, concern. So I assured him that, he wouldn't have the issue out of me. So he gave it to me. And I did try to negotiate with him. I mean, that's just Chicago in me, I guess.
Right, we got to.
We got to.
I'm like, we don't play sticker price. I'm like, man, I ain't $7,800. So I'm like, all right, $7,800. So I wound up paying $7,800 for it. Double wide, 3-bed, 2-bath, like 1,300 square feet. I mean, it was actually on one of the biggest lots in the park. It was like a 3.5 car driveway. It was, it had all type of like just appeal that other homes in that community didn't have.
Right.
So I kind of instantly knew I was, I kind of had a winner. So, and I bought that before even having my handyman walk it. Mm-hmm. It was one of those blind guys on faith type deal.
Yeah.
And so when I got the handyman walk it, he told me we assessed the damages. And man, when he told me that price, and I see you at the front of Fifth for sure, because I'm telling you, I don't know if y'all ever been in this position, but you sitting there, they got their pad and they steady writing, and they got the pencil and they got it on their getting looking up and they measuring, and every time they move, I'm thinking cha-ching.
Right.
So he like, man, I could do this all about 2,200. I'm like, 2,200.
Yeah.
Whoa. So I saw, and he was real thorough. He had a look at everything, and stuff like that. So again, me not fully trusting it, I did get a second opinion, and he quoted me higher, but it wasn't like crazy higher. You know what I mean? So this guy was giving me a deal. I think he quoted him like 35.
Okay.
So I'm like, so he's ballpark. So I'm like, all right, I went with him. It wound up being, we went over budget for the rehab. I think it was like 2,800. Like you might probably like 27, but we did over. But in the beginning, you stick it to the numbers, man.
You like, everything. You like, no, I'm over budget.
Right. So did that. So I was in it for 28, and then before I could even market it, I mean, the people saw the people in the community, the neighbors. They saw the unit being worked on, and this guy approached me in the park, and he like, "Hey man, how much you want for the house?" And I didn't even have a price yet. I was like, I said, "Man, give me 28." You know. He's like, "Okay, I'll be back." And I'm like, "All right, whatever." Again, that's that Chicago thing. Like you hear that all day. People talk.
Right.
You'll be back, right? I'll never see you again.
Right.
He came back with his wife and kids, and they walked the house. They liked it, and then he made me an offer on it, and I said, "Okay." I said, so I accepted the offer, and the initial offer I accepted was, I think, like 27. Talking down a little bit. So we set a date to close, and he actually had some issues because he's lived in a park. He had issues selling his home he was living in. The park. What happened was they agreed to buy it for a certain price. Ended up not happening. The park tried to lowball him. He got upset, and that was the deal kind of went off the table. So I didn't know this until the end of it because I said, "Hey man, what's going on? I haven't heard from you. I'm kind of getting discouraged." And he was like, "Oh no, this is what's going on." So I said, "Well, I am an investor, so let me take a look at the place." He's like, "Oh man, would you be interested in it? Maybe could we work it in a deal?" I said, "Depending on how it looks and the condition, I'll definitely consider it." I walked this place, Byron. It was a single wide, 3-bed, 2-bed, shingle roof. I think it was like a 2003, man. I mean, it had some issues, but it was,
we know we can do with it.
So we go back to the table, and he said, "What you think?" And then this what he said. He said, "I tell you what." He said, "You'll be helping me and my family out if you sell me your home, the double wide, for $25,000, and I'll give you my home here."
Wow.
So double bubble, sure, right. I'm talking about, and so I'm like. So again, me, man, I don't know my mindset. I'm just like, at the time, I'm not used to these opportunities coming.
Right.
I actually go when I see they ain't there, and I go look and make sure. I go get under the house to make sure because I'm like, gotta be something going on with the house to see. Man, that house, it was good. So we wound up getting the deal done. He gave me a cashier's check and then wrote me a personal check. Paid the check for like a week later because he got paid or something like that. And then we did, sign over the titles and went to the office. And even Kevin, the original manager, he was just like, "What?"
Right.
Because because I figured he knew about the park supposed to buying that house back, but I guess he didn't expect it to come to me the way it did. So when that happened, and man, yes sir. So that's how that deal happened. And so actually, what happened with that was after we got that deal done, I wound up selling that house, the one I got from him. I might have put $50 into it. I mean, seriously, like it's crazy now I think about it because the first day, like the day he signed over that title to me and he literally drove off, the neighbor came over and said, "Hey, are you selling this?" And I'm thinking, like, why wouldn't he ask?
Right, him.
You've been a neighbor for that long, so. But I said, yeah, and they didn't buy it, but they definitely told somebody else. And actually, this one person in the park from the other side of the park came, and she wanted to buy it, but somebody else wound up buying it before her. And I didn't sell that one for cash. That one I got on terms. I wound up selling that one. I got I got $3,700 down on that one, and I'm netting $325 every month.
Wow.
So
you set up,
and I got the price point on the final price on that one. The one I acquired from that deal is $17,995.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so let's appreciate you, Phil. So I'm gonna take it all the way back because I took notes while he was talking because I want to talk about some key points so that way the audience can understand what you did, right?
Okay.
So one, I want to talk about the park manager situation. So you went into the park. The original park manager said no to investors. So they was like, no, they didn't want any investors. but right time. You just so happened to
good.
be there when the regional manager was there. So one thing
Right.
that I want our audience to know was that, yes, sometimes the park manager will say no, but the park manager is not the end all be all for that community. You have to remember that they are working a position, they are working a job, they have a boss, their boss has a boss. So same thing in field situation. The park manager said no, but guess what? The regional manager said yes. And that has happened to Byron and us and a lot of other of our students. It has happened to where the park manager will tell them no and they get really discouraged, and we'll tell them like, hey, reach out to the regional manager, and now they're getting their yes. And not only are they getting their yes, like field situation, he got a whole list of homes that was available from the regional manager. So that's the first gem that I want you guys to take away from. Like, yes, that's the first gem that I want you guys to take away. Like, don't stop at the park manager, because they are not there. Again, they are the gatekeeper, but they're not the end all be all.
And to piggyback off of that, the reason I didn't turn around and go and get in my car and drive all the way back home is because I knew I was talking to you guys. You told me that happened to you guys before, and you had to kind of rebuttal. So that's what I was doing. And while I was in my rebuttal, he walked past, and it was like that, man. And it's funny now because to this day, me and that park manager, we cool, like we cool.
Yeah, and that's normally how it is. And that's normally how it be, because again, they understand the value that you're bringing into the community. They understand that you just not only sold a house, but like I think you said his name was Kevin, like the regional manager said, he looking for that lot rent. So as long as you bringing in consistent lot rent, then these companies, they want to work with investors. So I definitely had to point that out. And then just really quick, I wrote down your number so that way people can understand. So you purchased that double wide. It was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, right? For $7,800. So first of all, that
a double wide.
A double wide. So first of all, I think somebody had put on there like,
somebody said, I can't believe you getting double wides at that price.
Yes. So that was a double wide. The rehab, $2,700. Again, an incredible rehab price. So we looking at 10.5. So 10,500 all in. Again, we talk about leveraging relationships. Byron and I talk about that all the time, how important the relationships are. And that's exactly what you leverage inside the community. You essentially sold that house just by the neighbors walking by and seeing you and your team working on it. And that's very common in a mobile home community, you guys. You have to know that these communities are really community based. They know everything that's going on. So your first buyers may be in the community. But then I definitely want to point out that, again, you said you flipped this, you sold it for $25,000 and got a free home with that. So got another yes. That's why I'm like, I gotta point all this out, Phil, because this is major. That's why I've been taking notes. So you was able to sell it for $25,000 and get a free home in the process. So that profit alone was $14,500 profit on that double wide deal, and you got a free home. So
paid twice.
And that actually leveraged me. So Kevin, he liked what he saw because I essentially, I got a lot rent paid. You know what I mean? I upgraded somebody, got them happy, and also brought somebody else into that one that they left. So he gave me a whole nother listing of like lower end handyman specials that he was willing to basically give me for pennies on a dollar, just so I can potentially get people in there. And he even told me on a couple of them, like, hey, if you need to get them demolished, you can kind of take that profit too, because we just want that spot. We got a couple more coming in, So the whole point, the whole thing of it was he saw the value I added. And that was kind of my whole approach, and that's what me and you guys were talking about doing my mentoring and my coaching. It was like, I really was focused on just adding value. If you can add value, then people, would definitely want you to be in that space and to have certain type of relationships, whether it's networking or anything else. But you have to add some type of value, and if you come in with that approach, everything else will kind of work out how it needs to work out. You know what I mean?
That's big facts, man. And everybody listening, like again, when we talk about that value act, the reason why Phil is so valuable, because I'm gonna take it a few things, right? So as park owners, your major thing is you want lots filled, you want lot rent coming. So look at the domino effect, right? So the regional manager, right, he gets a salary, all right. His job is to make sure that park is filled, to make sure the park manager is doing their job. So he has somebody that's helping his park manager, which is Phil, right? So now it helps him. So domino effect, right? So now the park manager, what does that do? That helps her out. That helps her sleep at night because now she has somebody extra valuable in the park. And then Phil gets to make money, becoming a mobile home investor, have free rights throughout this park. And then last but not least, look at the families that now get affordable housing. If you guys see, right, they talk about a domino effect, but the full circle of what goes into mobile home investing, that's all we talk about. It's not a money first business.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Right.
Yeah, man.
It's all about helping people, man, and helping families. And even when the COVID hit, the market has kind of blossomed because it's that valuable. You know what I mean? Like people always need somewhere to lay your head, some shelter, some protection. And I think investing in that is definitely the way to go.
Right, man. That's huge, man. So Phil, I mean, again, what I want y'all to listen, this was this your third deal or is this going your fourth deal this happened?
Say third deal, third or fourth, it was right in there though.
Third or fourth deal, right? Yeah. So now I love it because we're gonna get into it, right? About the now, right? That's what I love about it. But again, this is early on, right? And the beautiful thing, this was early on also, right? In our investing. One thing we have been investing maybe just our first year, just before that, right? So just our first year. So we still technically kind of, rookie vets, but let's talk about some of the strategies that you use now, right? What you've been able to graduate and do.
Okay. Well, the biggest thing I do now is when I do approach a park manager, I approach them with the mindset and the action of, hey, how are you? How can I help you? How can I make your job easier? Because I understand that, that if I can make their job easier, they're like, hey, if I could just push them all these homes I don't want, you know what I mean? Then, and those homes you don't want, guess what? We want them. We want them. These homes are, if the roof is fine, furnace, water and all that stuff, just the big components is all lumps. That's good. Everything else is a shell. It can be fixed. It can be replaced, stuff like that. So, just really approaching a park manager with the mindset of trying to help them. And it's more than one way you can help the park manager. You know what I mean? You can also, I came across another park manager who wanted me to bring them homes in their park. And first coming in the game, man, you look at those costs, the transportation costs, right? But what you got to understand is these parks, they will pay that cost because they understand the long-term value in having that lot filled. Yeah, we'll front this $20,000, whatever X amount of dollars right now, knowing that this home is going to be here for 50 years and we're going to consistently make money off of it over and over and over and over again. So that's the value that they see. As long as you see that, if you know how you can add value to the park, then you know how to approach them. You know what I mean? So it's really just planning your strategy, planning your plan of action. You know what I mean? And Byron, man, talk to park managers, man. I think we got one to speak at one of your
right. Yeah.
So I learned all that stuff being with you, man, and it was it's valuable information that I will never forget. And I just approach things different now, and with that understanding, it just kind of makes it a little easier, and you get more confident. I walk in there now. Not to toot my own, but I'm walking there like, shit, you need me,
right?
You know what I mean? Like, oh, now you don't now. Like, I wish somebody would tell me that shit now. Not the kind of cocky, but I wish somebody would say that now. Like, oh, you don't allow invest? Oh, well, you're not gonna be
talk your shit, Phil. Talk your shit.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you're not going to be in business that long then, because you got to understand that me as an investor, I'm not only investing in my business, but I'm investing in your park, which is investing into your salary, which is investing into your livelihood. So if you don't understand that, you're going to tell me I'm not welcome. Peace. I'm going to go to the competitor and we're going to get the rice field. You know what I mean? That's how we do it.
I love it. And most of the time, like even like the regional manager, I remember you said like he was talking about a previous investor that he worked with that sounded like they ghosted him. Sounded like, you know, maybe the house wasn't selling and they ghosted him. So he already kind of had a feeling. But what I love about that regional manager, he has that investor mindset. He still sees the value of having an investor, but just kind of told you like, just, you know, communicate, which we should be communicating anyway, you know, as far as being with the park managers and the regional managers. But I think that's the main reason why we see a lot of park managers like telling investors no, is because, you know, they take it a little bit more personal. I feel like instead of treating it like business, they taking it more personal and really allowing the personal effects of, oh, well, this investor ghosted me or they didn't pay lot rent or whatever the situation is. And instead of just really thinking it like full on business.
Yeah, being stuck in the past, right? Having one, you know, just like, you know, you go out to dinner, you go to a restaurant, one of your favorite restaurants, you eat it all the time, but then one day you had a nasty meal. And now you're like, well, I ain't never going here no more. It may have been that chef. You don't know, what happened, but, you know, just that one bad experience doesn't mean that it's always going to be like that. And, you know, like, again, like I love everybody listening on here. I want y'all, again, the confidence that he has, right? He said, listen, like he said, not to sound cocky. That's why I told him, I said, talk that, because when you go in there, you can't be timid. You can't go in there like us, Mr. Park. You giving them too much power.
Yeah, especially the park manager. They really don't have that much power, honestly, unless they're the actual owner of the park. If they're not the owner, then no, they're not the end all be all. That's what we always say. Like it's regional manager, it's the VPs. They come into the office. You know, it's all type of people that's gonna come in.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Takes what Kate said. Hello, I tell them the same thing. Then they change that tune real quick.
I love that.
It's real, because once you understand how the business works, then you know what generates the income to make it sustainable. And if it's not, you generate income, then hey, your office is gonna be closed in a minute anyway, and I'll be at the other part, the other community. So, you know, the ones that's seasoned and been in the industry a little while, they get it. They get it. You know, if somebody come across a park manager to say no, or kind of, you know, because they could be snappy too, man. I don't know. Sometimes you walk in there, they might have had some bad coffee that morning or something. I don't know, because I'm like, hey, like, what did I do to you? So, but just don't let that discourage you. You know what I mean? Like I said, just understand your value. Once you understand your value, then you understand your need. And you know, and the rest, you know, if you know you need it, you need it.
No, that's a fact, man.
That's dope. So, Phil, what would you say is your favorite strategy? So, what's like now? What's your favorite strategy in mobile home investing? Is it the rehabbing? Is it marketing? Do you like the prospecting still? Like, what's Phil's
wholesale?
Favorite? Right, wholesale.
So what's crazy is like, where I'm at now. Like I done got with some people, some investors, and they buy them up. So my favorite part now is I'm like a broker in a sense. You know what I mean? I found I got a couple parks that are looking to put mobile homes in their community, and all they want me to do is find them. I find them, and I put them on the phone with their guy, and they guy set it up. Once it get delivered, I go pick up my commission. You know? So
that good old fire.
I mean,
bird dog.
I mean, it's funny, man, because I remember, us talking early. We like, man, because you're excited in the beginning. You doing this running around, and me, I'm 36, man. So it's only so much running I want to do throughout. I want to sit down and put my feet up a little bit. So we was talking like, man, this is cool, but we gotta, this all this ripping and running, going 40 miles here, 50 miles here, back to Home Depot 8 or 9 times. But it's all a part of the process. You gotta put that process. You know what I'm saying? You have to. But I like what I'm doing now, just kind of, wholesaling. Hey, you selling that mobile? What you want for it? Okay, we can move it. Okay, cool. All right, yep. Go to this address. This it fit the criteria. Yep. It's
Yeah.
this model shingle roof. This going on. Boom. They go pick it up. Get the call. We all good, Phil. Where you at? I go pick up my money.
I love it.
I love it.
So, in other words, everybody, Phil is the plug, okay? And if you don't know what the plug means, that means he is the middleman. He's the person to go to. He can connect you, all right? So always remember that. So if you're in a Facebook group, right, make sure y'all reach out to Phil inside the Facebook group, right? Because again, now don't BS him. We ain't about to BS, all right?
Yeah, man. The Facebook group is dope too. Shout out to everybody who I connected with in that group, even people I done business with, deals with. Like, man, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, I don't think y'all realize what y'all did for the culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, this like, even still, like, I feel like now since I've been in it, as long as I've been in it, and you've been in it even longer, I feel like everybody know about it, right?
Yeah.
I go out here, I'm talking, I'm networking. Oh, what you got going on? You know, I'm Mobile Home Invest. Mobile Home. They still give me that look, man. I'm like, wait, I never even thought about it, nothing like that. You know, and that just lets me know that, you know, that niche is still there to be taken advantage of. And you guys are definitely putting it out there, man. So again, salute to you guys, man.
Right, man. See,
yeah, I am the plug, man. Yeah.
Hey, for real, in real life.
Mobile home. You got a mobile home that could be moved. Check with me, man. I could put some money in your pocket. Like, you know, everybody happy.
Hey,
you
know? That's what it's about, man. So again, you know, we talking about that, right? Like, we know we saying again, we joking around like Phil's a plug, but for real, in real life, he is the plug. Talk about the importance of, you know, and I think you did touch on a little bit about it, you know, the relationships, but talk about the relationships with the park manager, right? The owners and the people that you're actually to acquire deals with.
Yeah, the movers, and you know, like just talk about how important those relationships are for you to even continue to be this middleman.
Oh yeah, you know, well, you know, first off, when you working in a community, you know, people like you said, the community is small, so people see you, they're watching you, they know what's going on, and you will get handyman approaching you. You know what I mean? And hey, can I do some work for you? This and that. Now, again, you got to do your own due diligence and be smart about it. Everybody who can pick up a hammer don't know how to use it. You know what I mean? So you just gotta, you know, I've made those mistakes, and you know, people will make those, but don't let it discourage you. Right. That's how you kind of get the handyman, you know, the ones that's close that can do the little nicks and knacks you need done in a timely fashion, things like that. But just me having the mobile homes and being out there on Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp and these different platforms, Mobile Home Village, listing them, I get a lot of traffic, a lot of people, not just consumers, but other investors. And that's what happened. An investor approached me about a home I had for sale in that park, and he asked me could he move them. And I told him, I said, you know, you can, but I wouldn't let you do it just because of the relationship I did have with the park manager. And you know, even though I'm not really into that in that section anymore, I still keep those relationships good because you just never know. You don't want to burn no bridges when you don't have to. You know what I mean? There was no reason for me to pull homes out of his community, you know. So, but that did get me to this guy. He introduced me, and we talking. We both realized we were both investors, and he just told me like, "Hey, man, basically, I'm working with this guy. He got like $250 billion, and he want all the mobile homes we can find." And you know, I'm like, "Yeah, whatever, $250 billion, right?" But then I met him, and you know, you can tell somebody who got $250 billion when you see him. He got it, and he was like, "Yeah, you know, he's like, you know," he gave me a criteria list, and that's what I do. I just get on these platforms. And I'm looking for mobile homes, and that's how I kind of evolved in that sector. But I still do have mobile homes I own. I still do, you know, collect rent rolls every month and stuff like that. And I will continue to do it and continue to kind of teach and help the coaches. Like I said, like I've been telling you guys, I just want to kind of follow what you guys are doing just because I'm so appreciative of what you guys did for me and my journey. You know what I mean? That I at least owe it to somebody else to help them out. You know what I mean? So that's why anybody who know me, they reach out to me. I'll talk to you. We can talk. I actually talk too much, so I love talking. But yeah, you know, I don't know if I got off the question, but yeah.
No, you did it. You know, and you know, I think it's a good transition to the next question because again, you know, you know, like you said, like you didn't burn that bridge, right? You didn't burn that bridge, and now you were able to get the opportunity because you didn't. Some people start off basically being shiesty from the beginning, like, well, I know this rule. It is what it is. I'm out here making my money. And so again, you know, you can move fast, like they talk about, you know, like, you know, you can start in a marathon, you can start sprinting, but you're gonna run out of gas versus you get your pace up. So, you know, I mean, listening to you, what you've been able to do, you know, you talk about, you know, man, $40,000 a month and continue, you know, again, we're not gonna go into all the details. Sometimes we gotta, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, what I love, and I'm so like, again, it's just like, bro, it means so much, bro, because you talking about from where we came from and from, you know what I'm saying, when we linked back up and got to talking, like, bro, you had a very busy schedule, right? Like you said, not only teacher, you know, you're football coach, you know what I'm saying, you're a dad, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you had a lot on your plate. And so for everybody on here, you ain't got no excuses because my man Phil found time. So what it made me was the day you hit me like, yo, bro, yeah, bro, you know, hey, we full time in this entrepreneur thing, you know? And I was just like, wow, bro, like that impact. So talk about how the freedom from your 9 to 5 has given you more opportunity to expand your business.
Oh man, yeah, that's exactly what it's done. The freedom has given me more time to invest in other things. I mean, as well as invest further and deeper into the mobile home. Right now, I got, you know, I'm working on the stock market. I'm learning the stock market, cryptocurrency. That's a big thing, man. Anybody watching, like the culture, listen to me. Buy XRP. You don't have to know what it is. Just buy it. Buy it. All right. But the crypto. I'm doing. I actually got a couple people I'm mentoring and coaching myself. You know what I'm saying? In the mobile home community. You know, absolutely. What else? I mean, I mean, my son, man. I'm proud of this. This is the biggest thing, man. I'm proud of. Like, man, my son. We actually it was him. We dropped the clothing line. You know what I mean? That's so dope. Yeah. Crybaby Era, crybabyera.com. You know, we got some stuff coming out the new year, but yeah. But just that being able to have that freedom, it gives you a different mindset. You know what I'm saying? Ronnie, hey, link with me, Ronnie. You right. You link with me, bro. But yeah, it just gives you a different mindset, man. And you understand money is a tool. You know what I'm saying? You understand important things like cash flow. Like, it's not necessarily a bad thing for money to go out because sometimes you have to pay for time. You know, it's not worth you sitting here doing this. You can just kind of outsource that and use your time to find another way to make some more revenue. You know what I mean? Money is just a tool to get, you know, get the things you need, not what you want. You know what I mean? Because I think, you know, you got what you want, but everybody wants the bag, and you know, you got to work for the bag. You know what I mean? You got to really dedicate the bag. You got to be dedicated to the bag. And
that's man. That's like, again, bro. When you told me that, bro, I mean, we was again upstairs on the rooftop, and I was just like,
yes, sir.
Bro, what? Like that right there. You talk about it's a difference to put your, you know, people say you put your friends on, right? But at the end of the day, the biggest thing I did was just give information, right? It wasn't, you know, Phil did all of the work. I've given so many people the game, but it's up to you to do the work. And we always say, like, listen, there's A students, B students, D students, F students, right? And the thing is, we get the same information in class.
Y'all in the same grade.
But it's up to people, the A students really do it. And the F students are the one who complain and make every excuse why the teacher don't like them and everything like that. It's no different in this game. No different, man.
Yes, I love it. So we get into the wrap-up question. So you kind of already was touching on it, but I know we have a lot of new investors on here watching right now. So what's some advice that you would give someone starting out in mobile home investing? Like, what's some key advice that they should really be keen on to?
The first thing I'm gonna tell you to do is to do it. Do it. Stop waiting on the sideline. I mean, the biggest thing I see with new investors and myself, I did it too, is I'm sitting here, I'm on the sideline, steady writing down, steady reading, steady learning, but not getting the actual experience of being out there. And you got to understand how the brain works. When you got skin in the game, aka your money, your time, you got things that you value invested in something, you're gonna absolutely do a little bit more to make sure that investment is a little bit more secure every day. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I would definitely say to any new investor, don't be afraid. Get out there. You won't fall. You learn. You know what I mean? I've had some expensive lessons, but at the end of the day, it works out. So yeah, that's the biggest thing I would say. Just do it, and don't listen to people who negative and try to tell you how you should do stuff. If 9 times out of 10, if you're an investor, you got that gut, that feeling anyway, right? You know what I mean? And most investors, the good ones, we know that it's always something that you invest in. Other people are like, oh man, I don't know about that. He crazy.
Right.
Well, yeah, I'm crazy. But
right.
when it turned out, then you good. I'm sure when somebody told you, hey, you told me I want to buy a mobile home. They're like, what? A mobile home?
Right.
Oh, yeah, we was crazy, delusional.
Yeah. We heard it all.
We heard it all in the beginning, but now
now they say, hey, you got any mobile homes?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just follow your instinct, follow your gut. If you thinking about it, do it.
I love that.
Man, listen, and then real quick, I got to shout out this queen. She said, I just got a call for a mobile home while watching this video. Okay, the blessings is coming.
Let's go. That's a win. Celebrate that. That's a win. Absolutely.
Oh man, shout out my bro, man. MHEA South, man.
Oh my God, I miss y'all.
Yeah, man. Man, listen. Oh, hold on. The queen said, please let me know which parts need mobile homes because I just got a call about moving one in PA. Make sure you follow Phil. Make sure you follow
Connect
Phil.
With Phil. Make sure you take his information. We said he the plug.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Even if it's something that I probably can't do right away, I'll find somebody like that's really what I want to do. You know what I mean? I want to add value, hustle to help. That's my motto. I hustle to help.
Man, that's so dope, man. Like again, the reason why again this is so dope for me because a lot of you guys, man, I'm telling y'all, like when we talk about that go-to, Phil was the only person for a very long time that spoke my language. That spoke my language. Right, the person that we can talk mobile homes, we can talk about back home, we talk. We both sneakerheads.
Yeah,
I mean, we spoke. So you got to think about it. During my journey, doing our journey, Sharnice could hear me talking to Phil. We'll have long nights just on the phone, right? And like this, my right hand man in this industry because the biggest thing for me was just like he was Phil. I had a lot of people that hit me up like, yo, bro, put me on game. Put me on. Phil's approach was, hey, brother, listen, bro, I see what you're doing, bro. Listen, I want to learn. Let me know how much the program or like what can I, how can I invest in you?
Right.
That right there goes much longer than me giving you free game. Right. And the reason why, again, he took the information and did some of the information. That's why everybody interview that y'all see on here that we interview, we're super excited because we put the information out there. They took the information and skyrocketed, changed their lives, man. So, man, that's amazing, man. So, real quick, I know you kind of talked about it, man. Let them know like how the program, how our program and how our coaching, helped you really learn how to secure deals.
Oh man, the program helped me not just secure deals, but find deals. I mean, from start to finish, because the first thing that stood out to me and it helped me and really opened my eyes was the map you guys had on there about how many mobile homes in each state. I'm sorry, mobile home communities. I'm sorry.
Right.
So once I saw those numbers, I put two and two together. One being that we already in a market that isn't tapped.
Yes.
I saw those numbers. I'm like, how can I? I don't know the exact numbers now, but I think it was like some thousand or something in Illinois. I'm like,
over 1,000. Yeah.
I can go to 5.
Right. 5. Give me 5.
Right. 5 parts, and that's such a realistic number too. I love that you said that.
So and that helped me a lot. And then once I did get to the park, find the parks that I did want to go to, I used the strategies you guys put out there about how to approach the park manager. And like I said before, with me knowing that you guys had already had the experience of being told no, but getting that yes later and not letting that deter you, that helped me. And with my confidence, because I went in there expecting, okay, if I do get a no, I got this rebuttal. You know what I mean? So you guys mistakes or you guys experience and you guys putting it out there for the people helped me, and gave me that confidence I needed. And I mean, using the mobile home village, you know what I mean? That's a good spot to find homes too, man. People sleep. I mean, I don't understand people still sleep on there, because it's some stuff on there.
We're waking them up, Phil. That's all that matters.
I hope so. I hope y'all. But yeah, go that, and then with just you guys know, I always in the beginning I was leaning on you guys for the paperwork. Hey, I got this deal. Where can I get this paperwork at? How can I get this? I want to make sure this legit. And Byron, here you go, dropforms.com. Make sure you fill out your people that way. And that's what I was doing, screening my people through there. And I was going legal forms and getting all my paperwork and stuff together. And man, I mean, the course was, man, that was gold.
Man, I love it. Love it. So y'all know we always throw some type of special with the course. The reason why people tell Byron and I we should be charging thousands of dollars, right? But again, we do it for our people. We do it for the culture. We do it so that you can pay minimum cost. And like we talk about, you can 10x your investment to learn the game tenfold just on your first deal.
Yeah, absolutely. So tonight we got something special for y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and drop it in the comments. We're doing 60% off, right? 60% off the course. Go ahead and grab that. I just put the link in the chat. Take advantage of that. Again, our typical regular price is $499, so 60% off that $499. And I always want to think about this. This course is cheaper than one college class, right? Because you're gonna pay for a semester. How many credit hours you're gonna get? Yeah. So just think about it. Again, and I'm gonna leave that up there for a while, because we want to open this up for Q&A. We know some people probably got some questions.
Yeah, so we'll take about 5 questions while we got Phil on here. We definitely want to be able to answer some questions about anything that you guys heard tonight. So definitely this is the time to go ahead and type your questions, but definitely, man, take advantage. We get so many DMs about, oh, y'all gonna throw discounts, and I be having to tell people, like, we do this for the culture. We do this all the time. Like, no, you don't have to ask us because we gonna do it, but you have to take advantage. You know what I'm saying? Because we do it so much, you gotta take advantage.
Yeah, man, seriously. And somebody said cheaper than an Xbox and PS5. Go get it.
Facts. Okay. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. So yeah, definitely take the time right now. We'll give it a few minutes. Definitely take the time. If you do have any questions, you got us, you got Phil. So you definitely want to go ahead and start asking those questions.
Yeah. Denise says, is Phil open to mentoring?
Oh, absolutely, Denise. I'm a coach, so that I do that anyway. So I mean, just shoot me a DM on Instagram. I don't have my business page up there, but it's in my bio. But just reach out to me, man. I'm for sure, absolutely. I'm here to help. Hustle to help.
Awesome. There you go. Terry says, Phil, big ups to you, bro. I may have missed it, but how long have you been investing?
Oh, that's a great question, man. So I've been investing a little bit over a year. I mean, when he said it, I ain't want, I'm like, but not that long, man. It was just again, it was just me being persistent and using my mentor, using Byron, and just like he said. He was talking to me. I was talking to him. I know sometimes I was calling. I know Shanice was like, "Dang, Phil, hey Phil, I gotta go to this date." I'm like, "Hey, all right, tell her I said hi." But look, man, if I do this, it's just about being persistent and knowing what you want and just getting it done. I mean, you gotta respect people's time, but just just be persistent. Be persistent.
Oh man, I love it. And a few people shouting out the course, best investment we ever made for sure.
Appreciate you so much, the Nelsons. They be in the Facebook group all the time, killing.
Yes. Oh, Alan, what's going on?
How
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Nice.
Oh man,
thank you, Alan. I appreciate you, Queen.
Man, that's amazing. And then Octavia, I think you said.
Yeah, Octavia, make sure you on our webinar because this ain't our only live. So we have a Wednesday webinar, and that's for everybody. This week we're doing mobile home investing pros and cons. So you definitely want to make sure that you sign up for this week's webinar because guess what? We gonna throw something on the webinar too. So
yeah. So that's the thing, y'all. For the rest of the year, we gonna be on this boy we working 2 nights a week. We on Mondays, every Monday, and we bring in another superstar every Monday. Again, this one is so dope. I wish I'd have saved this one for the last, but he had went ahead and put in the calendar for the day though, But
yeah, I'm actually I'm leaving out of town, man. I'm going to Phoenix this weekend. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know how the end of the month was gonna be. Hopefully it's busy for me. So I want to get this in, guys. I ain't want y'all to get 20 episodes up and you ain't had me on here yet.
We already know.
Okay, so I see a few questions hopping in.
So Michael said, for the states that require a license, does the total number cross street lines?
I think you probably mean state lines.
State lines. No. So no, it's all within that individual state of their requirement. So for example, we use Georgia as an example, right? Georgia, but the minute that you go down into Florida, you can actually do, is it 1 or 2 deals now?
It's
one. You could do 1 deal without that license. So it's all about within that state lines.
And if I could just piggyback on that, broski, just remember too that number only counts when you transfer the title. If you get them on terms, you got some time. You know what I mean? And that's the more more return on investment too.
I love that. Yes,
for sure. Denise said,
Denise.
No, not for the Facebook group. Just we say it's $20 a month. That's a tank of gas.
The Facebook group. The reason why we have so much additional value in the Facebook group, I have to post all the time for people to realize how much value is in that group. And it's no contract. So if it's nothing long term, hop in there. If you feel after a few months you don't need it, hop out. But definitely get in there and learn as much as you can.
Thank you. And with the Facebook group, listen, the Facebook group is dope. I've got deals done in that group. You know what I'm saying? I got investors from that group. This is with people. I've made great friendships, networking with people from that group. So I mean, it's $20. Like what? Like for real.
Yeah,
$20.
You can cancel anytime. Hey, I like that idea. We might have to do that.
Oh man, yeah, that's the thing. We only was gonna do it until the end of the. Well, actually, no. I think we do got somebody.
We might have something special. We got
we got. Maybe
do like an open panel or something like that.
Ooh, I like that.
Something like that. Yeah, we gonna figure it out, Virgil. Because you've been on here from day one, so I gotta represent for you.
Cool. They said Justin Nelson said they love to link up. Oh yeah, they in a group too, man. Make sure y'all connect in the group.
Oh yeah.
Sure. I'm Pierre Burkett on Facebook. It's not an alias. My father named Philip, so I just didn't, that's all. But I'm Pierre Burkett on Facebook. So yeah, you know, if you can't find Phil, I'm Pierre Burkett on Facebook at Mr. Bobo 44 on Instagram.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
let's get
And real, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, finish what you were
Oh,
gonna
go
say.
ahead.
Now I was just gonna plug everybody, you know, for the culture. I'm kind of following your lead, but this crypto, man, I got a free group that you can come on with. Like, friend me, reach out to me, bring you in the group. We can talk about it, go over the real basics. I'm telling you, mark my words, 2021 crypto is gonna take off, and you kind of want to be in front of that wave. For real.
Man, I love that.
You
Yeah,
got
make
me
sure y'all
buying
reach
some.
out. Right, make sure y'all reach out. So let's get to.
Ronnie said, "What's your worst experience since you've been in mobile home investing?"
And how did you respond?
All right, so it's funny, man. My worst experience, it was part to that deal. All right, so I learned so much from that deal. Trust me, I work for every penny I earned on that deal. You know what I'm saying? So what happened was after they bought the house and we transferred the title, so I acquired their house. I thought it was cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
But before that was my first time actually buying from a private owner. So I didn't know about taxes, you know. So I was always buying from the park. So, you know, the park, you buy from the park, it's all good. They take care of their taxes. So I get the title, sign it, send it off. I get a letter like, I owe taxes on it. Like, I can't owe taxes. I ain't slept in here one day, right? I have to go to what was that? Kankakee,
the county,
yeah, the county's tax assessor's office. I had to sit in there, and it was just a frustrating thing. And then, you know, I'm still trying to be optimistic. Like, well, it's taxes for mobile homes, so it ain't gonna be that bad,
Right.
So I get there. She like, oh, okay, yeah, we can take care of. So it's $3,800. Yeah. So $3,800, man. I don't know. They never bought. I'm sorry, they never paid their taxes, or what's the case? I don't know what. I don't know why they were so high. But she saw the look on my face, and she was like, "Are you gonna live there?" I said, "No, ma'am. I'm an investor. This and that." She said, "Oh, hold on." So she went to the back. She cut it in half. I don't know what she did. I didn't ask no questions, but
hey, whatever works.
Yeah, but that was kind of frustrating. You know what I'm saying? And then it's funny too because I still haven't actually received the title for that home because it's still American dollars. I know, right? Like that's like that 30. I'm like 3,800. Like I'm about to,
funny.
you know, so. But they didn't pay taxes for like 5 years. Like these people just
and got all type of late fees and everything. Penalties.
They try to put me on hook for everything. But it was a learning experience. So now what I do when I buy from private owners, we do that at the DMV for sure. And tax assessors make sure we do it the right way for sure.
Oh man, listen, this was dope, man. I know I actually got, if anybody on Clubhouse, I actually got to jump on Clubhouse into a group. Clubhouse is an amazing new app, guys. It's so much value on it. So I gotta talk in a room, but listen, man, this boy was dope, bro.
Yes, man. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, I know, me and you with our conversations. I say I gotta do more lives and kind of talk to the people more and get my message out there. And I just want to thank you guys for giving me this opportunity to do that.
Man, you already know,
man, for sure. Thank
y'all
you.
always been putting me on from day one, man. So it ain't nothing but love.
Oh man, for sure.
Thank you, Michael. Appreciate you. All three for helping us change about money.
Mike, that you got to change that thought process. It's a tool, man. Because I'm gonna leave y'all with this. I know you got to go, but look, you got to look at it like this. If you're an investor, this is what a big investor told me. If you are afraid to lose $1,000 investing, then when you become this big multi-million-dollar investor you want to be, how you gonna lose $1 million? How you gonna lose 100,000? But if you lose it, understanding it's a message and it's gonna come back tenfold because you learn from that message, then it's not a loss, it's a lesson and it's a tool. So that's all I'm gonna leave y'all with, man.
Oh man, some people are asking how to follow you. Make sure you follow. You guys follow Phil's journey on Instagram. Follow him at Mr. Bobo 44. Man, when I tell y'all, bro, Phil, we gonna wrap, bro. Like normally we can get off a chat, but we gonna wrap You know I'm
For
gonna hit
sure.
you, man. But this one was for the record books, bro. This
Man,
one,
appreciate you, family, man. Appreciate
I
everybody
appreciate
else. Thank y'all
Y'all
so
be
much
good.
for
Hey, y'all
joining
stay
us.
safe out there. All right, you know that COVID thing real, so y'all just make sure y'all staying safe. Take care of each other.
Oh,
Oh,
man,
man.
appreciate you. Yes,
Yes,
appreciate
yes.
y'all. Thank you so much. And we will be back next week as well with another MHEI superstar. Super excited about next week too.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a blessed one.
All right, peace.